So welcome to the channel. So I'm going to explain my little journey and why I like working out and where I started to how I am now. But before we get into me first going to the gym, you need to know a little bit more. So I was always that kid that liked running about. To make you understand how much I like running, from the age of 2 it was really a problem. And you're thinking, how can it be a problem running at 2? It is when you need a harness to basically keep you from running away from your mum. But over the years, I grew to love stuff like athletics, football, and a few other sports. As the years pass over, I'm not doing anything actually in a professional level or any team sports, but I was one of the fastest people in my year, which is something. At the age of 14, 15, I was watching a lot of other YouTubers in the fitness industry, the Hodge twins, Athlean X, and so many other great YouTubers, but I can't fit them all in this. And I said to myself, you know what, I'm fed up of being really skinny, I'm fed up of being weak, I'm fed up of not looking a certain way. So I decided, you know what, I'm going to make a change. So I said to myself, I'm going to start lifting weights and I'm going to start putting on muscle. I remember telling people this. A lot of them laughed, they found it a bit funny, but over time, it did gradually happen. But I made a few mistakes, and I don't want you guys to go through the same mistakes. So when I first started working out, I was just basically training biceps, chest, and abs. More or less, those were like the 3 predominant muscles I was training. Which is basically your average typical male teenager. Just training what's on front and not caring about what's below or what's behind. Which in greater time would cause imbalances. At this point, it's 1-2 years later and people are seeing that I'm serious about it, consistent, and it's all a little bit of progress. Some people even want to join me on some workouts, and the way I was working out majority of the time was calisthenics. Going to a park, doing pull-ups, doing push-ups, doing dips, that sort of stuff. Some of them joined it, some of them said it was a bit too difficult, but nevertheless I trained with other people if they was willing to train with me. Now, this all started, like I said, properly. I was about 14, 15, just getting to work out. So at the age of 17, I decided, you know what, I want to be like a personal trainer or something and train other people. So what did I do? Went to college, did a level 2 gym instructing course, which also included level 3 sports massage, which was an extra tool. And I was like, why not? 1 year later, I got the qualification, I passed, and I was like, okay, what's the next step? To work in the gym industry, you need a level 3. To be like a personal trainer, which is basically one-to-one with clients. Now, I didn't have the level 3, so I was going to do it in my college. Sadly though, it was the last year my college was doing the level 3, so couldn't do it. I looked elsewhere. Most places were charging between 800 to 2,000. I didn't have that type of cash on me, so I had to start working. And by the time I started working, that dream became more distant and distant and distant. During the time I was doing the course, I learned a lot of things that was very valuable. Also, I changed my style of working out. So now I'm training properly, consistently, maybe even twice a day sometimes. Every muscle's getting hit, legs, calves, everything. So now I'm 18 and I've kind of fallen off track, but I haven't fallen off track completely. By the time I hit 19, I was more than determined and motivated to continue and push through. So there was a few minor setbacks, like 2 injuries to the same hand. One was a thumb injury, one was a wrist injury, so that did put me back a few times. But it didn't push me off. As you can see, I still kept going. But I would say the year 2019 was the year I was more than most determined to make a difference. And I really was. Even with work being inconvenient timings, inconsistent rotas, I was still trying to go daily. And even better, try to vlog majority of it. Now, I do have majority of those vlogs still somewhere on my Instagram if you really want to go see it. Then, at the end of the year 2019, I was in a very, very good position. I felt great, just amazing. My body was getting back to what I would say was the peak. We entered the year 2020. If you're in the year 2020 right now, or 2021, then you know how 2020 went. Not once, not twice, but the gyms closed 3 times, and that was very impractical. So I started the year at my peak, had a few ups and downs, but still in a good position overall. Then the gyms closed for a space of 4 months, from March to July. The gyms finally opened in July, but they didn't stay open for very, very long. Nope. 3 months later, the gym's closed again in November. Now, being off the gym for 4 months to put 3 months progress, you can see going back that long. Yeah, it's enough to get back some of your gains, but not really get back to peak condition if you was off for 4 months. So the gym's reclosed again, and that's now November. This time in November, I believe it only closed for, I think, 3 to 4 weeks. Still a bit frustrating, but nevertheless, not that long as the first time. The gym's reopened, and I'm like, yep, it's the end of the year. Most people then say, new year, new me, blah blah blah. It should be new year, new me. It should be, it's the time, seize the opportunity. Now, not tomorrow, now. Anyway, the gym's reopened again. Woohoo! But for how long? Like 3 weeks. And right now, as this video is being recorded, I'm currently back in a lockdown in the UK. So, as you can see, the journey started in about 2014, 2015. We're in 2020. There's been ups, there's been downs, there's been things that's thrown me off course, but still moving forward. But whenever the gyms do open, you will be seeing daily content on this channel in the form of gym videos, in the form of reactions, in the form of Q&As, anything. You'll be seeing content, don't worry. Now, if you check the thumbnail, you see that's where I started, kind of sense. And you see in the most recent picture, this is me in 2020. Let's see where I will be in 1 year's time, and you can follow me along in that journey.